फ्रेंड्स, आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं हमारा बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक ट्रांसफर बाय अनस्टेबल ओनर। ओके, मेरी वीडियो स्टार्ट से पहले सब मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और अगर वीडियो पसंद आए तो प्लीज लाइक करिएगा, डिसलाइक कीजिएगा वीडियो पसंद ना भी आए तो। ओके, सो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। हमारा ये ऑस्टेंसिबल ओनर ये कौन से सेक्शन में डिफाइंड है? सेक्शन 41 ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट। ओके, सेक्शन सबसे मस्ट होता है, ये इसमें याद करने की जरूरत है। ओके ओके, व्हाट डू वी अंडरस्टैंड बाय द वर्ड ऑस्टेंसिबल? ओके, एनीथिंग which appear but in reality does not mean the same. Okay, write it down. What do we understand by the ostensible owner? Ostensible owner, the person, anything which appear but in reality does not mean the same. Okay, now ostensible owner का क्या मतलब है? लिखिए, the term has not defined in the act. Not defined in the act. Okay, person seems to be the actual owner of the property but in reality does not the owner of the property. Person seems to be the owner of the property, actual owner, but in reality does not the owner of the property. Okay, person seems to be the actual owner of the property but in reality does not the owner of the property. Okay, in case, write down, when the person buys the property from one's name as the person is the actual source of the money but by someone else's name. I repeat again, when the person buys the property from someone else's name as the person is the actual source of money but by someone else's name. Okay, now we come to the requirements. आपको इसका मतलब समझ आ गया? ऑस्टेंसिबल का मतलब ये होता है ओनर का कि वो बंदा होता है ओनर बट इन रियलिटी वो ओनर नहीं लगता। ओके, कि मतलब एक बंदे ने प्रॉपर्टी ले ली किसी और के नाम से, पर वैसे तो उस प्रॉपर्टी को उस बंदे ने दी है, तो प्रॉपर्टी का ओनर वो हुआ बट वो ओनर नहीं होता, क्यों? किसी और के नाम से प्रॉपर्टी ले लेता है। ओके, now we come to the requirements. The first requirement is, write it down, the primary condition is that the person who is transferring the property should be ostensible owner. फर्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट है, जो बंदा ट्रांसफर कर रहा है प्रॉपर्टी वो ऑस्टेंसिबल ओनर होना चाहिए। There should be consent from the real owner which can be implied or expressed form. कंसेंट किसका होना चाहिए? रियल ओनर का, which can be in the form of implied or expressed. Okay, the third one is, the ostensible owner should get some consideration in return of the property. Consideration should be the must. I repeat it again, the ostensible owner should get some consideration in return of the property. Now we come to the fourth point, that is, reasonable case have to be taken by the transferee about the authority of transfer to the property and the transferee has acted in good faith. The fourth one is the good faith. The transfer should be in the good faith. The fifth one is if it goes without saying that the section is applicable only to transfer of immovable property and not in case of movable property. Okay? Applicability of the section. Okay? The first one is a transfer by the ostensible owner. The consent should be given of the real owner in the form of implied or express. Consideration should be there. The transfer should be the good faith, and the application of the section is the fifth point. Okay? Now going further, that ostensible owner is not the real owner, but who can represent himself as the real owner to the third party for such delivery. Write it down. Ostensible owner is not the real owner, but who can represent himself as the real owner to third party for such dealing. Write it down. He has acquired that right by the willful neglect or acquiescence by the real owner of the property, thereby making him an ostensible owner. Okay? Now we come to the another topic, that is the consent for the real owner. Okay? ये मैं आपको एक तरह से नोट्स दे रही हूँ बने बनाए, ये मैंने खुद नोट्स बनाए हैं और एग्जाम में आप एज इट इज लिख के आ सकते हैं. कंसेंट फ्रॉम द रियल ओनर. The main purpose of this section is to protect the rights of the innocent third party who had purchased the property when the real owner was himself at fault by not protesting the transfer. I repeat again. The main purpose of this section is to protect the right of the innocent third party. बेसिकली ये सेक्शन का जो मतलब है वो प्रोटेक्ट करता है राइट ऑफ द थर्ड पार्टी हु हैड परचेज्ड द प्रॉपर्टी व्हेन द रियल ओनर वाज हिमसेल्फ एट फॉल्ट बाय नॉट प्रोटेस्टिंग द ट्रांसफर. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, बट a necessary requirement is that the real owner should have the capacity to give the consent, and that consent should not be obtained from any lawful act. In minor, even if the ostensible owner claims that he has the consent of the minor, it will be held to be no consent, as minor do not have any capacity to give the required consent. Okay? Now we come to the case laws, that is Satyanarayana Murthy versus Payda. Satyanarayana Murthy versus Pyda. Payda. The consent need to be, it was held that consent need not to be taken from the true owner, and it might also be the case that the true owner had no knowledge of the transfer. The consent in such transaction can be expressed or implied. Okay? Now we come to the essentials. As we have to remember that this section is only in the good faith or in the favor of the third party. Okay? Now we come to the essentials. The first essential is given under a case law, that is Kamana, Kamana, Sambhamurthy, SAMB, AVURTHY versus काली, पटना पू, अच्युत आमा, KAMMA SAMBAMURTHY versus KALIPATNAPU ATCHUTAMMA, that there is transfer of an immovable property by ostensible owner which express or implied consent of the real owner. The second is the transfer is for consideration. The third is that the transferee has acted in good faith. It's given in the section in the case law Hardeep Singh versus Gunmail Singh. The fourth one is the transferee has exercised removable. I repeat again, the transferee has exercised reasonable care in finding out the transferor part to make the transfer. Okay? Have you written down? Now we come to the exceptions. Section 4, subclause 3 provide two exceptions. The first one is co-partners of Hindu undivided family and property is held by him. The second is the Benamidar is a trustee or other person standing in fiduciary capacity and property is held by him for the benefit of some other person. Okay, I repeat these two exceptions again. The first one is the co-partner of Hindu undivided family and the property is held by him. The second one is the Benamidar is a trustee or other person standing in fiduciary capacity and property is held by him for the benefit of some other person. Okay, now we come to the conclusion. I have included all the main parts of section 41 under the TPA Act. अगर ये आपको क्वेश्चन एग्जामिनेशन में आता है आप इसको एज इट इज लिख दीजिए. ओके, और ये चीजें तो मतलब इंक्लूड होनी चाहिए. दीज आर द बेसिक थिंग्स व्हिच आई हैव गिवन यू. ओके, द फर्स्ट वन इज नीमो प्लस जुरिस एड एलुमी transferee potest quam ipsa habet any emonimo plus plus juris juris ad ad elum alium transferee protest POTEST quam QUAM ISPA IPSA habet HABET, which means no man can transfer a not. Third one is if the true owner permits another to hold himself out as real owner of a third party. I repeat the third point. If the true owner permits another to hold himself out as real owner of a third party, which is given under a case law, that is the third point which I have given you is given under a case law, that is Guru Charan Singh versus Punjab State Electricity Board Patiala AIR 1989. Okay. Therefore, section 41 does not apply where ostensible owner transfers the property of a minor real owner. Now I give you two more case law because as you are a law student or you are reading law, case laws are the most important ingredient. Like ये आपकी आंसर को और थोड़ा गार्निश करते हैं केस लॉज. ओके, राइट डाउन त्रिलोकनाथ वर्सेस खेमचंद. Write it down. The court held that such third-party rights have to be protected. The plaintiff was allowed the relief claimed. The court did not allow cancellation of the sale deed and power of attorney. I repeat, the court said that such third-party rights have to be protected. The plaintiff was allowed the relief claimed. The court did not allow cancellation of the sale deed and power of attorney. Now we come to the second case law, that is Amrit Kaur versus recovery officer. It was held that where the vendor did not give original title deed to his vendee, the sale was held to be not in good faith. The title deeds were lying with the bank as a security. The bank claimed to recover vacant possession of the property allowed. Okay? These are the main ingredient of the section 41 of the TPA Act under the ostensible owner. Okay? So don't forget to subscribe my channel and like the video. For further update, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.